future,
dynamic,
energetic,
cooperation,
visionary,
learning together.
In one word, EFEE could be edu-employ, as this combines elements of education and employers that reflect organizational mission.
fresh,
Dynamic.
empowering,
The laboratory for education policy and practice.
fun.
I'm David Simmons. I was one of the founders of the European Federation for Education Employers.
My name is Sarah Gick. I have been working at EFEE since 2012 till 2020.
My name is Michael Moriarty and I was the president of EFEE for over 6 years.
I'm Barbara Novinec from Slovenia. I'm president of EFEE.
So my name is Daniel Wiśniewski. I'm the Secretary General of EFEE. I have the pleasure of leading this organization for the last 8 years.
One of my favourite moments was when we launched the organisation formally. The employers' organisation agreed to provide the lunch and the unions agreed to provide the evening's dinner and entertainment. So the employers' organisation provided some sandwiches and a glass of water at the offices, and the unions laid on a cabaret, a seafood bar and a 5-star hotel, which showed just what a resource imbalance there was.
So I really started with EFEE from building the organization from scratch together with Bianca Stege. Actually, it really felt as a startup back then. We were just the two of us. We had not really an office, but we worked from the public library.
What I really loved was actually chairing the meetings between the employers and the teacher trade unions. And that's where most of the work was done, when we produced policy papers and strategies. To me, that was very fulfilling.
My first day at work. My first meeting with the president of EFEE back then, with Michael Moriarty. We met on a Sunday, the day before my first day, in an Irish bar for a beer. And then Michael told me, you know what, EFEE is a small organization, but you can make whatever you want of it. And so we did. And after 8 years, I can tell you that I am proud of what we've built.
My favorite moment in EFEE is every General Assembly meeting, where I meet colleagues and friends from more than 100 organizations in Europe that represents EFEE.
My favorite moment with EFEE was reaching a satisfying agreement between employees, unions and European politicians.
I can never forget the 5 days that we spent locked in a room for the European Educational Leadership Week of the first year of ELNE, pulling through and learning for the next year.
Team building activities. No, but to be very serious, I think all the moment where we have time to connect with our members, so all the peer learning activities, conferences that we do, I think that's really showcasing our work.
So my favorite EFEE moment, I would say, was definitely the ELNE conference. It was for me a moment where I realized that not only can I express my ideas at EFEE, but that these ideas actually have outcomes which are meaningful to people. It was just a very beautiful and empowering moment for me.
EFEE has many projects and I can't stand just one. They all present a network and a hub of knowledge of people involved in every one.
A real magic moment for me in our involvement with the European Federation of Education Employers was hosting an event at Kinsale Community School relating to the project on sustainability and the green transition and the development of policy in respect of that area.
My favourite EFEE project is education because it's the project that I'm working on right now. I'm really enjoying working with different partners from all over Europe and all the different solutions and the conversations that I get to have with people on a day-to-day basis.
Higher Education for Industry, which is the project that I'm managing right now, has so much potential because you are mixing industry and academia and you're trying to bridge that gap to improve the quality of what we are doing and of education in general. And this project is really good at building those connections.
I'll be very subjective here. It's teacher induction programs, teacher ed. First of all, because of the great consortium that we were able to put together and our partners. Second of all, because Hannah Granger-Clemson, who is our researcher. And third of all, because of the great energy that we are bringing to the project.
But then, of course, I cannot leave out ELNE. I think EFEE has become much more knowledgeable and much more open after the beginning of the ELNE project, getting to hear and discuss with different stakeholders about their different perspectives, needs.
ELNE conference was a manifestation of what we have become, a community of people led by education employers that is much wider than education employers, that brings people that are interested in education, who want to improve the practice of the education, research of the education, and make it better.
EFEE works closely with European institutions, national governments and other organizations to influence policies and strategies that impact the education sector, fostering a cohesive approach to addressing challenges and also opportunities within the European educational system.
The European Federation of Education and Employers is one of the most important groups on the educational landscape in Europe. It's important because it represents the student voice, essentially, because we're the guarantors of the quality of education that occurs in our schools. So we have to make sure that we map our practices and we map our policies to the priority areas of the European Commission.
Education employers have a specific perspective to bring to the table. We have the responsibility to balance quality and equity, excellence and inclusion. EFEE, as the education employers' voice in Brussels, is central in our vision for the future.
EFEE has got its own office address in the center of Brussels from 2024.
When we arrived at EFEE not so many years ago, EFEE was a 1.5 person organization that worked out of home. Today, we have an enthusiastic team of 10 and a permanent office.
The first time we entered the new office as a big team, because looking back to when I joined EFEE, I could see the growth right there and then.
If I would think of something that I like about working here is really about the people I have around me. My team, the members, the organization, this kind of open mindset of we can change and do better. And that's something that is absolutely priceless.
EFEE is always in the move. There's always something to do, and the team is super energetic and we're always going for it.
It's fun to be at EFEE, it's fun to work with EFEE people and EFEE members, and it's fun to go to the office, so definitely fun.
The ideas that I have always been heard from the moment that I arrived in EFEE. It's really a place where I can grow, not only professionally, but also personally.
I really enjoyed that from the moment I started at EFEE, I was able to take on different responsibilities and get straight into all the different projects we were working on, which was really great at opening doors and learning so many new skills.
It's really important that we now focus on the next element of the Commission's priority, which is in respect of basic skills. Quite a lot of our projects, as we move towards our organisation becoming 18 years old, will have to focus on those matters. So I hope for EFEE to continue to prioritise what is best and what is necessary, so as to make sure that the educational experience is continually enhanced.
It's so important to look for opportunities to open the dialogue and to connect with each other.
I see EFEE as a strong actor in policy. I am looking forward continuing to do what we do, but just improving, doing it better and bigger.
And in 3 years' time, EFEE is likely to solidify its role as a key stakeholder in shaping European educational policies and practices. And by maintaining its focus on social dialogue, innovation and advocacy, EFEE could be also forefront of transforming European educational system to meet 21st century challenges.
In the following 3 years, EFEE's importance as our voice in the education system will only increase until it will become one of the main shapers for European education.
We are definitely going to see it grow a lot. I hope that the community is stronger, that people are more engaged, that we can have fun together.
Wow, so when EFEE will reach this magical threshold of 18th, I wish EFEE a lot of money, way more projects and policy activities, as well communications. And I think EFEE will be a great organization, fully standing on its 2 feet and reaching the stars.
Congratulations to all that brought us here, and good luck for those that now have the responsibility to keep the momentum.
It's fantastic to see that the contribution that's been made by so many people from so many different countries over many years has contributed to a vibrant and thriving organisation that we see today.
And I wish EFEE a beautiful time and a long life.
I am delighted that EFEE has achieved its 15th anniversary. I wish you all the best this evening and continued success.
I hope that everyone has an amazing time in this celebration and don't go too hard on the wine.